guys standing up. Shit.
Oh yeah, Mike Rayo, everybody. Yes. Hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Everybody doing good still?
Is it recording?
Good? Yep.
Oh yeah.
Well. Shit. Forgot what I was gonna say. I guess we'll just bring up the next comic. Hey, you may have seen this guy on The Simpsons. If you're a fan. Give it up for Santa's Little Helper, everybody. Santa's Little Helper.
Thank you, Eddie. Oh man, I should not be up here. Give it up for tonight. How's it going? Yeah. Are you guys high? No. You're nurses. Okay, that's cool. It's kind of cool. Give it up for Mike Rayo, who is just up here. Mikey, a good friend of mine. I love Mike. Mike and I used to be roommates, and he would always hang a sock outside of the door, and I thought that meant that he had a lady friend over, right? Turns out he was just jacking off into the other sock. Yeah, so that's how you clear a room. Oh, shit. I'm lost right now. Why am I up here? Holy shit.
Masturbating in the sock.
Masturbating in the sock. I did have like a couple of high thoughts lately, right? Like, do you guys know those like 1950s detective shows like, yeah, you'll never catch me alive, right? Come on. You know, it would be cool like if they became like modern day TV hosts. Like, so you think you can dance, eh? So you want to be a millionaire, huh? Some shit like that. Oh, yeah, that's stupid. Oh my god, that's really all I have. Oh, there's nobody, everybody here has heard all of my old jokes. So.
You got 9 more minutes.
I got 9 more minutes? Alright, here we go. For you three. You three, everybody else fucked up, right? Alright, you three. Can I do show jokes for you three? Alright, well, 4. Okay, cool. So, okay, cool. So, let's see what you mean. I'm actually down a size, guys. I'm down a size.
Yeah, congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I went from a Walmart large down to a Macy's large, guys. It counts. I wanted to get a tattoo recently. A friend of mine stopped me. He's like, no, don't get a tattoo because as you lose weight, your skin's going to start to sag and it's going to look nothing like it did when you originally got it. So I want to get a tattoo that works in like the opposite direction. Like right now, everybody would look at it and be like, what is that? I'm like, I have no idea. But after 30 more pounds, it'll be a dragon. I know. I met this guy with this black X tattooed on his hand. And I was like, what's up with that black X on your hand? He was like, I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I don't have sex. I'm like, I know lots of married people. What's up with that black X on your hand? That answered my questions. I know. Are you guys married? Anybody married here? The 4 of you? Yeah? No? I'm at the age right now where all my friends are getting married, right? So their wives are telling them that they can't go out anymore, so they stop being my friends. The only thing keeping me going is that statistically 50% of them will be my friends again within the next 10 years. So I'm looking forward to that. Man, I lived on the mainland for a while and I moved back to Hawaii like a couple of years ago, and it's great being back in Hawaii where I'm Filipino again. So I was in California, I was Mexican. In New York, I was Puerto Rican. And in my brief stay in Texas, guys, I was black in Texas. Oh yeah, edgy. I don't know. It's also great being back in Hawaii because I'm middle class in Hawaii, right? But that's just because half the people here are homeless. I was outside and this homeless lady came up to me. She was asking me for some change. She was like, I'm trying to get my kids back. And I'm thinking, are they stuck in a vending machine? What's going on? Somebody call the cops. I don't know. But I moved back here for parental health reasons, but I'm happy to say that my dad survived his colon cancer surgery, right? And usually people clap for that. Thank you. Yeah. They had to move part of his large intestine, so now he has a semicolon. Yeah. It's a dad joke for my dad. A dad joke for my dad.
It's an English joke.
It is, yeah. I had to move back here because, like, I'm an only child, you know? And it's just me. And when you're an only child, you're either an unwanted accident or a wanted mistake, right? But my parents planned for me, guys. But it was like planning a trip to Disney World for 9 months, and when you get there, the rides are all broken, everything's overpriced, and it just seems kind of gay. I think my parents thought that I was gay growing up. Like, they would always cover my eyes during sex scenes in movies, but only when dudes were naked on screen. Like, through Titanic, there would be 2 whole minutes of topless Kate Winslet. Absolutely nothing. But 10 seconds later, with a shirtless Leonardo DiCaprio, my mom's like, cover your eyes. I don't know. I was in the middle of the show, and this one lady heckled me. And she's like, are you gay? And I said, no. And she's like, but you have such feminine qualities. So let me ask you, do I? If any of you ladies think,
No comment.
if any of you ladies think I'm gay, meet me in the bathroom in about 5 minutes. I'll show you how gay I am. Gay the shit out of you. I can't do those jokes, guys. I actually am in a relationship. Yeah, she hates that. She hates that. I'm in a long distance relationship. And long distance relationships are like owning a house on the other side of the country. You know, one that's super expensive and is probably being used by squatters. Right? I liked your face. That was a good face. I remember, like, she came to visit me a while ago and we were booking her flight, right? And she's into those 50 Shades of Grey books. Are you into those 50 Shades of... No, not as good as the movies, right? She's into those 50 Shades of Grey books and I'm booking her flight. And she's like, Ian, when I get off this plane, I want you to tie me up. I want to be degraded. I want to be demeaned. And obviously, like, I'm not really into that, so, like, we booked her flight on United. Yeah, that joke's a little dated. United sucked a couple of years ago. They tied a dude up. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, good memories. Yahoo News. We did this thing called a cheat list. Do you guys know what a cheat list is? It's creating a list of people that you're allowed to sleep with if you ever met them in real life, right? And I had people on my list like Scarlett Johansson and Natalie Portman, and she had people on her list like her coworker Dave. Yeah, she found Dave, so we broke up. Single now. Any single people in the house? One single person. Oh man, it's we're big single, right? Like the only women that I seem to have success with are women from work. But they tell you not to do that because you're not supposed to shit where you eat. But where else are you going to find a pool of women that have passed a criminal background check, credit check, and mandatory drug testing? Right? Like I'm thinking going to HR and being like, hey, can you test for STDs too? Like, I don't want any diseases. I spent my COVID with my cousin and her kids, right? And the youngest one, his name is Zane, and he's 6. And our favorite thing to do together is watch Disney Channel original movies, right? We're watching Disney Channel movies one day. I was like, hey, Zane, have you ever realized that no matter how bad the bad guy is, at the end of the day, his only punishment is getting kicked in the crotch? And he's like, Uncle Ian, what does crotch mean? And I'm thinking, shit, I'm not supposed to be teaching him any new words, right? I had to think fast. It's a person's lap. 2 days later, he comes running up to me and his mother. He's like, Uncle Ian, can I sit on your crotch again? Run him off the children. Right? His older brother, he's kind of at that age right now. Like, his mom wanted me to have a talk with him because she found porn on his computer. And I didn't know how to do that because obviously, like, I watch a lot of porn, right? So I was just like, here's how you clear your browser history. Any questions? Comments? But just hanging out with them made me realize that I do want kids, right? The problem is I'm a millennial, right? I want kids now. We're into that whole instant gratification thing. So I looked into adoption. Guys, it costs $10,000 to adopt a baby. $10,000. So great. Here's $10,000. Thank you for my baby. Now I have no money to feed the baby. Right? Now he's back up for adoption. Like, I think they need a humane society for babies. Like, I don't need one of those high-end $10,000 babies. I'll take a rescue. Yeah. And by the way, I just did that high as fuck. That is how many times I've done those jokes, and I am, like, so toasted right now. So let's bring our host back up here, Eddie M.
Yeah! Santa's helper!
I have been Santa's helper. The host. All right. Thank you, sir.
Santa's Little Helper, everybody. Give it up. Hell yeah. He didn't finish his time, so he's banned for life.
Oh, yeah.
I had to have been up there 10 minutes.
No.
High 10 minutes.
Oh, you know what? I think I started your clock late.
Thank you.
So yeah, you probably were. Sorry, Santa's Little Helper. My bad.
Professional here. I know how long 10 minutes.
I can't believe the Simpsons are still going. What the fuck? It's been like 40 years. Jesus. Jeff was 19 when the Simpsons started. Jesus. Remember the Simpsons when they started?
9.
Yeah, you're 1949 is when the Simpsons came out. Okay, here we go. Oh, here we go. We'll keep it rolling. This next person is hilarious. One of the best comics in Hawaii. She's the first female comic up tonight, I think,
Yeah.
depending on how people identify. But yeah, if you guys are fans of the movie Aladdin, her name is the same as one of the characters in the movie. So give it up for Jasmin Bautista, everybody. Hell yeah.
Actually, my name is Jafar. You read that wrong because you were too high, I bet. Yo, why is everyone super high tonight? Like, I should report you all to McGruff, the crime dog, right now. Like, is he still working for the police? Like, I'd like to know. Dang, like, oh man, I was thinking about what everyone was doing, like, their drug stores. I'm like, man, what's the craziest thing I did? Like, one time in high school, I was sick and I accidentally took too much cough medicine and I'm like, is this what it's like to be on drugs? I'm so fucked up. That's what I thought, but really I just looked like a nerd. I feel like anyone who's told you the first drug they ever got high off of was cough medicine, that person's a total nerd for sure. Like, I kind of look like one. Like, I wear cardigans for fun. Like, anytime I walk into a party, 9 out of 10 times I'm gonna have a tote bag on. Like, that's how crazy I am. You know what? I do remember the craziest thing, kind of. One time I took 3 tequila shots. Yeah, and I blacked out. Just kidding, I didn't black out, but like I lost my cardigan, and that felt like blacking out to me. I was just like, where did it go? Like, I was so upset. Like, dude, my hangover the next day was being cold. Like, that's what happens. Oh man, you guys are nurses? Sorry, that's just a random fact I remember. So you guys are what my mom wants me to be. Like, this is what it looks like? Dude, are you guys Filipino? This is so weird. This is like a rare breed of nurse right here. Like, oh my god. Oh, I'm Filipino. You can probably tell by all the colors that I'm wearing. Yeah, I remember one time I performed comedy for a bunch of like Filipino lawyers, and I'm like, it felt like I was in a family reunion, except everyone was successful. Like, that's what it felt like. I had a random thought today. It's not really a joke, it's just a thought. Like, people are scared of white women complaining like they're so shit. Oh god, I'm not even high, this isn't fair. Oh god, does that mean there's no happy hour anymore? I'm so sorry, Mushroom. We have to hang a new sign here now, like
Jasmin was here.
what? Jasmin was here?
Do not stack the sea urchins.
Do not stop the sea urchins. Oh god. I don't remember what I was saying. Just kidding. I took like a little gummy worm earlier, so I might be getting high later.
Stop thinking up into
Look, you guys scare me, so I'm just trying to hide. Oh god. Yeah, I realize that people are like scared of white women now. Like, they're scared of Karens. Like, I don't even think it's that bad. Like, yeah, Karens will call you stupid, but like, have you met like a pissed off Asian woman? Like, those are way scarier. Dude, freaking my grandma will make you wish you would never be born. Like, that's like I feel like Asian people will like try to guilt you. Like, I remember I was at like a Savers once. I remember this like old Filipino woman was trying to return something, and a lady asked her, "Is like, do you have your receipt?" And she's like, "No." And they're like, you can't like return this then. And they're like, you know what? My grandson, if he was working here, he would let me go and return this. But you did it, so what, like, who are you in your family? You know what I mean? I'm like messing up a bunch of words right now, I don't know what I'm saying. That was really just a thought. I got a haircut recently. What? Thank you. Like, I went up to the hairdresser and I said, look, just make me look like I talk to inanimate objects and that I run around unsupervised. And she's like, Dora the Explorer got it. Except I don't really look like an explorer. Like, I look more like a librarian. Dora the librarian. It's just, would anyone watch that show? It'd just be like me being like, swiper, no swiping the books because you don't have a library card. Like, just lame things like that.
No, what I heard was bow wow. Dora the librarian.
What? I feel like you should never use those words and Dora in a sentence. Like, I can't tell if you want to fuck Dora the Explorer. Like, just... I don't know about this thing. Oh god, what did I write down? I didn't really write down anything, guys. You guys are gonna go up and try this after? No, you should. This is a very supportive place. Totally.
They're all outside.
You know what? Those guys, we're the most important people in this room. Yeah. Let's all start clapping for no reason. And then start clapping really loud and be like, what? Yeah, see, now the people outside are gonna peek in like, what did I miss?
Remember, you're the audience.
Yeah, right? Oh.
Are you done? No. I heard the applause. I didn't know. I didn't know. My bad. That wasn't even a joke. I was just like genuinely curious. Fuck. Who's next on the list, Mike?
Me.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it Jeff? Hell yeah, Jeff. I fucking love this guy. Have you ever seen The Big Lebowski? This is the dude, man. You know what I mean? So he brought some great beer tonight. I'm gonna take another one. But give it up for my man, Jeff. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm a graduate of the Dare program too. Yeah, it was in the 80s, and it made me quit drugs for a while. It was the other Dare program. Drugs are really expensive. Oh, he's leaving, that's great. So you're nurses.
No, I'll be honest.
We're all gonna mention it.
My older sister was a Kaiser nurse for over 50 years. You know what her favorite stupid nurse joke was? Did you hear about the crazy woman who shaved her legs and wrecked them? Oh, you'll get that on the way home.
What?
Shaved her legs and wrecked them.
Oh, a rectum.
Oh my God!
Oh.
Paco, you told me no special ed tonight. How many millennials does it take to screw in a light bulb? Millennials don't know how to screw in a fucking light bulb. They tell their parents. So I guess you can tell I'm from Waianae. I don't look local. I do live in Waianae. Hokai Bay. It's beautiful. I love it. But we get a bad rap. We get a really bad rap. I have friends say shit like, Jeff, I'd love to come out and visit you, but I'm afraid my car will get stolen. And I have to tell them, look, Waianae is a small town. Everybody knows everybody's business. It's highly unlikely your car is going to get stolen in Waianae. But I have to tell them, if your car gets stolen in town, you might want to come out my way to look for it, or at least part of it. I'm just saying, we have a new restaurant in town. Kilo's Chop Suey and Chop Chop. Chicken Hearts and Honda Parts. So I had to make an emergency doctor visit a few weeks ago. I was scared. I was scared. Because I was getting moles all over my body. And some of them hurt. I was really worried. I didn't want to go to the emergency room, so for 2 or 3 hours, I just kept calling doctors, trying to get an appointment right now. And I just took whatever I could. I finally found a guy. And I was not happy with the diagnosis. I undressed, he looked at me, I got dressed again, and he said, Jeff, you know, it's not the moles you should be worried about. I said, Doc, look, they're all over me and some of them hurt. I said, Jeff, it's not the moles you should be worried about. It's all the fucking gophers.
Holy gopher. We don't have gophers in Hawaii, Jeff.
Oh my God. We have people who failed special ed. So my girlfriend broke up with me. Yeah. She said it's because we're astrologically incompatible. Yeah, according to her, she's a Capricorn and I'm an asshole. I didn't know that was a sign. I looked at it, it's a 13th sign. The sphincter. You know the real reason she broke up with me? She's manic depressive as fucking hell. Manic depressive as fucking hell. Her idea of good oral sex was fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And then she spit. We'll get that on the radio. So many people are going to be laughing on the way home, trust me. No, I know manic depressive is the politically incorrect term. You're supposed to say bipolar. You're supposed to. But, first of all, manic depressive is just so much more descriptive. You know exactly what people mean when you say manic depressive. But also, bipolar, doesn't it just sound like a big white bear that can't make up its mind? Ooh, she's hot. Oh, he's even hotter. I'm a bipolar. I gotta tell you this story. This is the third time I've been to it. First time, early 70s for about a year. I met up with some guys on the windward side and we became good friends. And one day, one of the guys decided he was going to spend all the money he'd saved on a summer job he did on a new to Hawaii agricultural farm. See, nobody's listening who's going to get this fucking job. Thai sticks. It was really good pot from Thailand. First time in my life. And a few days later, we're hanging out, and I showed the guys my draft card. Now, they were a little younger than I. They hadn't had a young one. But even though I was out on exemption, I had to carry that fucking card around because God forbid the Viet Cong invade Kailua every day. And one of my friends, Arthur, came up with the coolest idea. We peeled the backside of my draft card. With all my information, my signature. We crumbled up some of that tie weed. And rolled it out and filled it with headline. Yes, hippies were organic 50 years ago. And then we smoked my fucking draft card. Talk about taking a hit for your country. I got a fucking medal. I got a medal from the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Anybody have their medical license? Marijuana license? Everybody out there does. I know. They're out there smoking. I know this. I've seen them.
No, they just have marijuana.
Yeah, okay, yeah. They're okay. I got turned down twice. So if any of you are thinking of applying, a little trick for you. You cannot get a medical marijuana license simply because you're depressed about being out of pot. Okay? They don't give it to you. And you can't get a license because you're depressed about not getting a fucking license. They don't work that way. I almost went down one more time. I showed it to him. I almost went down and said something like, man, if you don't give me that card, I might go out and shoot somebody. I thought, you know, that's a good idea. Great way to get a prescription for Prozac. But I'm pretty sure you can't get a medical marijuana license because you're depressed that your Prozac is working too well. I really wanted to shoot somebody. I saw something that scared the shit out of me the other day. It was a police car with handicapped plates. Yeah, and then he pulled somebody over, and the driver got out and started running away. So the cop pulls out his walker, and he's like, stop! Stop! Stop, or I'll shoot! Eddie, I'm dying in here!
Hey, Jeff!
That's my time. If half you fucking people would get back in here.
Yeah, get back in here, you fuckers. Give it up for Jeff, everybody. Fuck yeah.
Oh, Jeff gave it up about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. The best beer at King's Pizza for sure, easily. All right. Hey, you gotta do 5 minutes first. Hold on a second. You can't just leave.
Can't leave.
Hey, hold on. Jeff wanted your numbers. All right.
My number is 666.
Yeah. Hey, hell yeah. I'm on a highway to hell. All right. All right. This next guy, if he's out there, it was his first time last night, and he's going up again tonight.
Yeah.
Everybody, give it up for my man Steve.
Yeah.
Okay, how's everybody doing tonight?
Good, Steve.
Alright, that's good. Got a lot of energy. Okay. So, my name is Steve. I'm 28 years old. Some people tell me that I have some intense eye contact with this thing. Excuse me, sir. 28 years old. Some people say I look younger than I am for my age. Oh, you're saying no? I don't. Well, I think I'll skip that one.
Okay.
Well, I'm white. I'm very white. May or may not be obvious. I'm so white in fact that I don't feel white at all. I just feel normal. Yeah, that's the right one. Actually, on a clear day, I'm see-through. I have the complexion of a glass-bottom boat. If you get up close enough, it's just a screening of Osmosis Jones. See what else? It's kind of interesting having a body, isn't it? You gotta take it everywhere you go. You gotta wash it. You gotta feed it. You got to maybe get some exercise in there. It's kind of like having a dog you don't even like. Sometimes you just want to put it down. Anyway, let's see. I was really fat as a kid. I was so fat, and they can call you a lot of mean things when you're a fat kid. When you get older, though, they get a little bit nicer about it. For example, they can say you have love handles. That's kind of nice, right? I think it's still a bit of a misnomer. I don't think there's really anything wrong with that at all. But I guess when you become something that heavy, it helps to have handles. Well, nature provides. I was fat, and now I'm going bald. Later, I guess I'll be both. I really feel like I'm going bald as a part of some poor planning on the part of my genes. It's like they really thought I would have already reproduced before the age of 30. But that didn't happen. They thought I was going to sneak one in. Now everybody knows he's going to have bald babies. And nobody wants bald babies. You really want a baby with a nice full head of hair. Like one of those Davy Crockett hats, where it just like spills down. So much hair. Let's see what else. I would compare my dating life to God. I don't mean that in a self-aggrandizing way. I mean it doesn't exist. Yeah.
Oh.
Any.
Yeah.
And actually, I guess I may be agnostic about it. I'm willing to believe in it if and when I see some proof. God had an interesting sex life, didn't he? He only did it that one time with that lady, and it turned out to be his mom. I don't think so. I think it's funny that when people go crazy, sometimes they think they're Jesus. Like Jesus and crazy have some kind of life. But I hope that if I go crazy, I don't think I'm Jesus. I just don't think I have the body for it, frankly. If they hung me up on nails naked, people would think it was gross. I wouldn't want to follow that guy. Jeez. I think if the Jesus had been the average American, the cross would have just tipped over and they could have rolled him into the thing. Well, you ever notice this? Nobody who has love handles has ever successfully founded a religion. Yeah. Not only Jesus, but Muhammad, Moses, Buddha. These weren't really chunky guys. I think we could really, if we could just reframe religion as more of a diet sort of thing, maybe it wouldn't be so much in decline. And most of them have dietary rules already. Think of all the converts. For example, Judaism. Try it for 30 days, lose 10 pounds, or get your foreskin back. Sex is weird. Sex is weird. I kind of think our parents were good to hide it from us as long as they did. I think the world might even be a better place if most of us still didn't know what it was. That's not really a joke. I just think people should stop reproducing. Yeah. Speaking of not reproducing, I'm on the Tinder now. You shouldn't laugh that hard.
That's not funny. It's funny, bro. It's funny.
Anyway, yeah, that's that app where you swipe right if you're bored, and you swipe left if they're boring. I like the ads on Tinder. I like the ads because every time I swipe right, it's always a match. I figured we have some kind of connection. I've noticed a lot of consistency on the profiles on this thing. They all kind of remind me of an ad for antidepressants, but just the second half of the ad after the drugs have kicked in. A lot of smiling and laughing, beach and water, everything's really happy. You look at these people and you're kind of like, what do you need me for? Looks like you've got it figured out. I was looking at this and I realized, well, if they're the second half of the ad, I guess I'm the first half of the ad. And it's kind of true. And I think that's all I got. Thanks a lot.
Keep it going for Steve, everybody. I love those exotic names, man. Steve.
Yeah.
What is that, like Jamaican or something? Oh man, good shit. That was Steve's second time ever. He did great. He's not banned. Steve, you can come back next week. Good news. All right. We got 3 or 4 more comics, I think.
Right.
Okay, we're gonna keep it moving. This next comic, he's good friends with Jeff, I think.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, I thought he was Reggie Watts last week, but I guess not. But he's gonna come up here and he's gonna fucking do his thing, man. Give it up for Cain, everybody. Hell yeah.
Give it up for Eddie, your host for tonight. Yes, Eddie. Work it, work it. All right, so well, a few years ago, picture this. It was actually 10 years ago. All right, I'm 37 years old. I'm talking to you. This is mainly for the two of you. Okay. I'm 37 years old. Okay, there's no beard. There's definitely no gray. Okay, and I'm wearing a t-shirt that says, "World's Best Grandpa, hands down." All right, I'm eating dinner with my wife at Sippy's, and as the waitress is waiting to take an order, I notice she's looking at me, reading my shirt, looking at me, reading my shirt. She then blurts out, "Does your dad know you're wearing his shirt?" I thought she was paying me a compliment until my wife jumped in and she said, "Oh no, that is his shirt." The waitress then said something amazing. She said, "Oh, uncle, I never think he was that old." Here's the thing though, I am a grandpa. My grandson is, well, I have 3 now. Thank you. Appreciate that, Jasmin. My grandson is 10, and 2 of my granddaughters is 7 and 5, and so I am a gilf. Hey, I think that's a new category that I want to be in. Gilf, yeah. So the following year, I'm thinking, is it really that bad being that old, right? And I'm at my grandson's first baby luau, and it's at the end of the night. We're cleaning up, and all of a sudden, a flash of inspiration comes over me. Cain, what kind of legacy did you want to leave Royce? And my first thought is, whoa, I am that old. Who the fuck asked themselves this question? Old people, right? Have you ever asked yourself what kind of legacy you want to leave your loved ones? You have. Chances are, you might be older than me. Yeah, you're not, bro. Yeah. But in terms of legacies, I was thinking about this question and pondering what kind of legacies can we leave, right? Well, if you love to write, a legacy of journaling, right? I know you. Yeah, I know you. I know you.
Think I like journaling?
Well, you love to write. If you love to cook, a legacy of unused gym memberships. Here's the thing, if we're not careful and intentional, could we leave bad legacies? Right? So now, I love my family, especially my father, very much. He was smart, witty, funny. He smoked those cigarettes that you had to hold like this. Right? And so in order to make ends meet, he took on a part-time job. The best way for me to explain it was that he became an unlicensed pharmacist. Right? So, you guys too young, Paco might know this. Have you ever seen the movie Up in Smoke? Yeah. I think my dad looked at Cheech and Chong as his pharmaceutical advisors. So picture this, you're 15, home alone, there's a knock at the door. It's the fucking sheriff's department with a warrant for some fucking random uncle's arrest. So with guns have drawn, 8 officers surrounding the house, some of them wearing ski masks, and all you could think about were the fucking 6 foot tall plants in your father's bedroom. And I'm not talking hibiscus. I say, "Sir, my uncle doesn't live here. Son, we need to come in and take a look for ourselves." "Sir, what if there's something else?" And before I could finish, he said, "Don't worry about that. We're not here for anything else. What you need to be worried about is either you're letting us in, or we're knocking you down and coming in." Mikasa Sukasai, komai! Welcome! Please, leave your shoes on. What's amazing after that experience, obviously I told my dad, that fucker never really quit. Yeah, and so I started following in his footsteps. Talking about legacy, right? I started this is how I explain it. At age 25, I had a $42,000 income corporate job, but I had a $50,000 a year habit. That's a lot of weed, folks. Yeah. All right. That's some old stuff. Let me try some new stuff. I don't have no new stuff. Actually, let me think. So my name is Cain, right? If I were to ask you how do you think I spell it, how would you spell it? C. Okay. First, let's go with C-A-N-E. That's normally how people. That's what they go off of. Sugar cane, right? No. And then she said K-A-N-E, like Mutiny Cain or
Big
the
Daddy.
Wrestler Cain, Big Daddy. Oh, I love that one. Because I was a gilf at 17. Well, not a gilf. I was a father at 17. I was a father at 17.
Okay.
That's filth.
Yeah, that's filth. I love that. Filth at 17. Yes. I gotta write that in my joke book and keep it. Yeah, thanks, Paco. All right. And so, in fact, at my graduation, I had Big Daddy Cain as one of my signs. But no. So I'd get teased, sugar cane, I think Kwai Chang Cain. I don't know how he spelled his name, I forget. The number one thing kids used to tease me back then, I grew up in the 70s. Peter Moon Band, Cain Fire, run, and from the Cain Fire, like fuckers. Cocaine, obviously C-A-I-N-E. Oh, I have the worst spelling of my name. C-A-I-N. Okay, I know you're not a Bible reader. I know, automatic. She was looking up like C-A-I-N. I don't know what that is. Cain and Abel. Cain was known as the first murderer in the Bible. I'm like, so I had, growing up as an adult.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. A lot of people don't get it. So I get teased as a kid, like sugar cane, candy cane, cocaine, cane fire. But as an adult, when they see my name, C-A-I-N, they'll tease me like, oh, do you have a brother named Abel? For the fucking longest time, I didn't know how to respond to that. I'm like, fuck, I don't know. And then I figured it out. So the next person that asked me, do you have a brother named Abel? I told him, not anymore. Motherfuckers. Yeah, hey, Eddie, come back up. That's my time, guys. Love it. Thank you. All right, I know that wasn't 10 minutes. Don't ban me, bro.
Hell yeah.